Good day, it is Tuesday, 12th of October 2021. The Islamic Republic's new president, Ebrahim Raeisi, has made himself a headline in the UK. Last week, the Sunday Mail has been released with a headline demanding the arrest of the butcher. A petition demanding the Scottish police to issue an arrest warrant for Ibrahim Raeisi as soon as he attends COP26 in Glasgow had been signed by a former Scottish member of the Parliament and families whose beloved ones were executed by the Islamic Republic in Iran. And this is not the first time that signatories have called for a judicial action. In 1998, a similar petition was signed to have Augusto Pinochet, the former dictator of Chile who had taken up residence in London at that time, arrested. Nicknamed the Butcher of Tehran, Ebrahim Raeisi was the youngest of 4 members in the so-called Death Committee of Tehran, which was responsible for the execution of political prisoners at the end of the 8-year war with Iraq. The chief of Lebanese terrorist group Hezbollah has repeated calls for the country's cabinet to seek a U.S. sanction waiver to import fuel from Iran amid shortages crippled Lebanon. Quoting Hassan Nasrollah, the total blackout that occurred on Saturday when Lebanon's 2 largest power plants ground to a halt was like a clinical death for the country. The Lebanese Shi'ite Hezbollah group, backed by the Islamic Republic, has been coordinating Iranian shipments of fuel, oil, and gasoline for Lebanon since August, as shortages spread amid an economic meltdown despite U.S. sanctions on Iranian oil sale. It is unclear if Hezbollah delivered any fuel to the country's power station or how the fuel was used. The Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati have said the Iranian shipments constitute a breach of his country's sovereignty. Tehran sends the fuel oil shipments organized by Hezbollah to the port of Banyas in Syria, and from Banyas are transported by truck to Lebanon. The Microsoft Threat Intelligence Center, MSTIC, announced on Monday that Tehran-backed hackers have successfully targeted U.S. and Israeli defense technology companies. According to Microsoft, the hacking likely supports the interests of the Islamic Republic. More than 250 Microsoft Office and 365 accounts linked to the U.S. and EU and the Israeli government were reportedly hacked into through extensive password spraying. In addition, Persian Gulf ports of entry and global maritime transportation companies with business presence in the Middle East were also targeted. The companies hacked included defense companies that support US, EU, and Israeli government partners producing military-grade radars, drone technology, satellite systems, and emergency response communication systems. Microsoft assessed that Iran's targeting of these defense tech companies supports Ayatollah's tracking of adversary security services and maritime shipping in the Middle East. Khuzestan province is expected to face a shortage of chicken next month due to a bird flu. An official have said the province will face shortages of chicken next month because the death toll of poultry farms has been skyrocketed. The flocks of chickens from farms have been called in the province a serious case of bird flu, but the prevalence of animal plague in Iran has also been confirmed. Persian media inside the country reported the plague of small ruminants, which has spread in recent days in Alborz, Mazandaran, and North Khorasan province, has been confirmed and has raised concerns about the spreading of the disease to other regions and provinces of the country. The prices of household items and basic needs of Iranians are on a daily rise. The Statistics Center of the Ministry of Cooperatives, Labor, and Social Welfare in Iran has announced the average price of about 75% of selected food items has increased beyond the critical level. Many basic food items have been removed from families' baskets, and about 2/3 of Iranian people are unable to buy enough meat, rice, bread, and vegetables. Since September 11, 2021, Iranian Monarchists of Vienna united from all parts and regions of their homeland despite dialect differences. The patriotic Iranians are protesting in support of the countrymen inside Iran who risk their lives and are taking to the street and demanding a regime change in Iran continues. Their wish is the return of freedom and democracy to the Iranian nation.
کارگران، معلمان، کشاورزان، بازنشستگان، هموطنان، خواست حداقلی شما کاری را از پیش نخواهد برد. خواست حداقلی شما ایران را نجات نخواهد داد، بلکه تبعیض‌ها را بیشتر خواهد کرد. خواست شما باید همون خواست سایر ملت یک پارچه ایران باشه، یعنی سرنگونی رژیم اسلامی، چرا که سرنگونی رژیم اسلامی تنها چیزی خواهد بود که ملت ایران را نجات خواهد داد و تمامیت ارضی ما را حفظ خواهد کرد. پس صدای
I'm Kate and thank you for the privilege of your time.